This is Fred Burrow, Swift Plumbers. Leak detection service is completed. This is video number 2. A recap of this, we had somebody come out and do a leak detection. Supposedly they didn't mark a location, said it was somewhere underneath the water heater. I said, we need to do a leak detection. You can see all this bubbling up. Right now there's no water on. I've just got the air in the system, but there was so much residual water underneath this slab and under the house slab. You can even see it outside. The meter was flying, so it's quite a substantial leak. Now, this leak is coming from here, feeding to the hose bib over here. This is the pipe, and right here is the exact location of the leak. So, what we're going to do is we're going to demo hammer that open, clamp it off to stop it. Now, the other thing that could have been done is to see if you can get into this manifold here and cap the line that's feeding it, okay? But there are multiple half-inch lines, so you wouldn't know for sure, but you could cut this, put a cap on it if the water heater's not in the way, and just cap off the leak and eliminate this if you don't want a hole in your garage floor. That would be the other way to do it, okay? So you got an option here. If you want the hose bib working today, I go down here and clamp off this half-inch pinhole leak. And now when I put cement back, another thing to remember is I'm right on the driving area. All I've got, I'm not a masonry. All I got is some Quikrete cement that I'm going to slap in that hole. Not a great looking cement job. But you get what you pay for there because it's just included. I'm not charging for it. We just put it back to cover the hole. So I can either break the hole right there where the leak is. Okay, leak's not up here. But the manifold, like I said, was in this wall. And that cold manifold has multiple half-inch lines. Now, the biggest thing with that is if the water heater's in the way, we may have to move that, which will incur cost on that. But you're not going to spend any more doing it that way than that way. You're just going to save a hole but lose a hose bib. Save a hole but lose a hose bib if you want me to open this up. There's multiple half-inch lines. I will not know for sure which half-inch line is the one feeding the hose bib. Sorry, it was just interrupted. So we'll have to cut them apart. Okay, I'm back. Got interrupted. Somebody's trying to call another emergency. So if that manifold's up high enough and I can cut them pipes, the other downside to me doing that is I'm actually cutting the soft-rolled copper there. So there is a negative of doing that because we know really this place should just be repiped. But I can certainly do it that way to save a hole in the floor and lose the hose bib. And that's the important thing that I explained to you. What this would do is stop the water from feeding into the pipe that's feeding that hose bib that has the leak in it. That's what we would do there, but we have to open up a hole here that you'll have to get patched. There's already a hole there, though. And we have to see if we can get in there and cut it. And that manifold, because the pipes are close together back here, we got to take these half-inch lines apart. There's 2 of them right here on the cold manifold, and determine which one needs capped. One of them will need reconnected. It's not enough room for a mini cutter, so I likely have to try to sawzall that as easy as possible. So I just wanted to point out the negative sides to this. The negative side to that is you're messing with the copper pipe. You are cutting it. Your cost may be less than breaking a hole, though, depending on what all needs to get done here or how I reconfigure the manifold. Likely the cost would be less than breaking the hole. The other negative is if we do that, you're going to lose water to that hose bib, which honestly you should be getting repipe estimates anyway. Ours would be $6,000 for a 2-bathroom home, but you should get multiple estimates and really go in that direction. I wanted to mention that. So I can cap that. Likely you lose that and you don't get a hole in the cement, or I can bust a hole in the cement, you don't lose the hose bib, and I'm not cutting any pipe as long as that copper is in good enough condition to clamp. I don't know that for sure till I get through that hole. So I wanted to point out everything here.